We're real, relatable, and right on time. Mommy Talk, the champions of parenting. Dr. Pert, Miss Lisa, and Miss April. Real, relatable, and right on time. Mommy Talk provides information for all facets of parenting. Listen and engage as the champions of parenting bring their experience and expertise to the world of parenthood.
Our listeners can expect to receive encouragement and resources that can help them with positive parental engagement. Come talk to us.
What's he doing?
Hello, champion parents out there. How's everybody doing today? We hope you all enjoyed your weekend and look forward to a fabulous week. And hey, Miss Lisa.
What's going on?
That is our special guest in the building. Go ahead, say hey to everybody.
Hey.
What's your names?
My name is London. My name is Joya.
Welcome. So glad to have you.
Yes, very glad to have these
Let
two
them get a shout
young
out,
ladies.
Give a shout out. Whoop whoop.
Woo!
Yes.
That's exciting. So today we have London and Joya, who's going to talk about a summer project that they did over the summer. And today we have Gordon Stampley family represented in the house. Come over here and say hey to our listeners.
We full, y'all. We got a family full of supporters up in here. It takes a village. Yes, it does.
It does. And so the Gordon Stampley family is going to share a success story that they have because they really believe in raising self-sufficient children. And so tell us, what does it mean to raise a child to be self-sufficient?
It means a lot of things. It can mean that this child has a routine and knows what to do in the morning when they get up for school, or what they do when they're winding down the evening. It could be that they engage in project-based learning, similar to this lemonade stand. It takes so many different forms, and when you talk about that village, it's come into your family or come into your network and trying to come up with different experiences and different situations that are going to give them that well-rounded exposure.
Amen.
And yeah, well said.
Champion
All right.
parents.
Right.
Yes.
We have champion parents in the building.
Yes.
So, ladies, you all did a summer project. You all want to talk about it to our listeners? Was it? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
What was the project?
So we wanted to make a lemonade stand, and we wanted to help the homeless.
oh, wow.
Nice.
That's
Awesome.
nice. So, who idea was it to come up with the lemonade stand?
Me and my mom.
Oh,
And who
okay.
is me? What's your name? Tell the listeners who you are.
I'm Joya. And this is my cousin London.
Joya and London in the building. Nice.
So, Joya, when you came up with the idea with your mom, how did you get your cousin involved in this project?
Me and my mom thought we can all work together.
That sounds
Nice.
great.
Yes.
So, London, when Joya called you, how did you feel when she said, did she call you so excited, like, cousin, I have a good project that we can work on?
I felt happy and excited.
You did?
Me
Nice.
too.
Oh, great. Was there any nervousness?
Kinda.
You were kind of nervous. What were you nervous about?
I was nervous about because that I thought like a lot of people was looking at us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is. I think that's one of the feelings that everybody has. You know,
Yes.
when all eyes are on you, you tend to get nervous.
Yes. And being nervous is a good feeling because
is.
it actually means that you care about what you're doing. So nervous is a good feeling.
So how did you get the word out to your family, friends, and neighbors?
We wanted to help the homeless, and I also want to buy a myself.
Yes.
Awesome.
Did you make flyers?
My mom made flyers, and me and London knocked on a neighbor's door, and my mom, she texts people on social media.
Nice.
Oh, okay. So you use social media. You all created flyers.
Went
And
door
then
to
I heard
door.
something that sounded very brave. You all went door to door
Yes.
to the people houses in the community. How was that?
It was kind of a little great.
It was great. So tell me about it.
Yeah, that's the question I had. When you went door to door, do you remember the conversations, any of the conversations that you had talking to the people? Like, how did
Well,
you?
we said, we're having a lemonade stand today, and then they said they're going to come over, but some people didn't come
Okay.
because they was not even here.
Okay.
How many days did it take for you all to prepare? Was this something that just went by, the planning was very fast, or it took a lot of days to plan?
Well, it took a lot of days to plan.
It did? And when you all were planning with one another, were there any times you all had disagreements?
Well, we thought of agreements. We can invite our cousin and do a lemonade stand so we can help the homeless and we can get something.
But do you guys always agree on what to do? Like when it comes to having joint ventures, do you always agree?
Yeah.
They're being politically correct.
Right,
And you guys are
absolutely.
doing a good job.
Yes, and I wanted to add, because anytime that you are working with someone else, and when you have differences of opinion, sometimes you are going to have disagreements. And disagreements doesn't always mean that we're arguing. It just means that we feel different, and but you came together, and you are politically correct because you keep the personal stuff in the house, and then you come out and come together. Yes, I love it.
So talk to me a little bit more about this lemonade stand. So was this your own ingredients, or where did the ingredients come from? How did you make the lemonade?
Well, my mom made the lemonade, then we sit outside and wait for London.
Was it country time or fresh squeeze?
Fresh squeeze.
Hello.
Did you guys use some special garnishes? Did you have something a little extra special?
We had some.
The London answer. Go
We
ahead.
had lemons, and then we had these kind of
It-
leaf mints.
It's kind
Oh,
it's
yes.
mint. It's like
Ooh.
it's mint.
We're gonna have to get our hands on some. Why didn't we tell them to bring lemonade?
I
I'm thirsty. So mint leaves. Wow, that sounds delicious. And it's ice cold too.
And we put lemonade on the side or maybe in there, I think.
Okay.
And
And I
then we
went.
had just like 2 flavors. We had regular, and then we had pink lemonade.
Nice. So what makes it pink lemonade?
My mom made it, but we didn't know how did she make it.
Okay. Well, you know what? That's okay, because sometimes you cannot give away your secrets, honey. Somebody is listening with a pen, and they might be ready to take the idea. So that's okay. So sometimes you have to keep your special ingredients to yourself.
So London, tell us, what was it like to run a business with your cousin?
It was fun.
Hold on, can you hear London through your mic?
Mhm.
You can?
Yes.
Through your earphones?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It was fun and nerve-wracing.
So give us an example of what just really made it fun. Like, give us the details.
It was fun knocking on people's doors because they were like, "Oh, it's so nice. I hope I will come if I have time." And it was just nerve-wracing, and it was fun.
That's exciting.
That
That's
has to be
really
exciting. How old are you, ladies?
I'm 6 and I'm about to turn 7 on October 2nd, 2012.
Okay.
And
Hello.
I'm 7, and my birthday is December 28th.
Okay. Nice. All right.
Great. And we have a caller on the line. Champion Parent, how are you?
Good. good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for calling in.
Oh, you're welcome. I have a question. If your child comes to you with a great idea, but they're not really sure of themselves on how to see it through or operate it. Like, how do you boost up their self-esteem to get them to actually see it through?
That's a really good question, and we're going to let Shauna answer that question. One of our champions called in, and they're saying how the lemonade stand was a great idea. And so they wanted to know, how do you boost up your child's self-esteem when you basically want them to do some type of business idea?
So this really started from Joya wanting to buy a mermaid tail, and I wasn't going to spend any more money buying. Can you hear me now? Mm-hmm. This started from Joya wanting to purchase a mermaid tail, and I said, child, I'm not buying you anything else that's going to end up, in the back of the closet somewhere. So she wanted to earn money. And so the most basic way that I knew that kids earned money besides you giving them money for chores was to sell something, to create a business, to create a stream of income. But what surprised me is when London and Joya were together, they didn't just want to put money in their pockets, they wanted to help people. And so in the midst of planning this lemonade stand, we found an organization to donate to, and the girls haven't stopped with this lemonade stand. They're actually going to have an event at the end of October, a charitable harvest dance. Well, they'll also take the proceeds from that event and continue to help people. When we were counting the money, the girls were so excited, like, do we have enough money to buy them houses? And do we have enough money to do all these great things? And they wanted to buy, we want to buy people, toys for Christmas. And so, we've decided that this won't stop at the lemonade stand. This will be a lesson that continues to grow with them.
Thank you. So did you deal with any resistance from the children?
From Joya and London, or from their customers?
No, from
Joya and London. So obviously, whenever they get together, they always want to play. They always have their own agenda, and sometimes bringing them back and getting them focused on what we need to do to prepare just takes a little bit of, just refocusing.
Nice.
Did you hear that, champion parent?
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Thank you. She said thank you, Shauna.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing that was pointed out that I think is absolutely commendable, and a lot of young people do not think about is the homeless and reaching out to the homeless. And I think that that's a beautiful skill set to have at such a young age, to start caring about people. Yeah, absolutely.
So what did you all learn from this experience?
We wanted to help the homeless, and even we thought we can even earn money, and then we can save some money for the homeless.
Nice.
So what's your future plans?
We're gonna have this Halloween party, and it's gonna be so fun because we invited a lot of people, and it's gonna be at a high school, and so it's
what high school?
Southfield A&T, is that correct?
Southfield High.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Southfield High. I forgot. 2000 October 26th at 2.
That's going to be nice. That's going to be really nice. Is there a cost associated with this event?
So we're asking for donations of $5 that will cover your entrance, and there'll be treats, and there'll be snacks, and there'll be music, and there'll be activities. But most importantly, it's going toward a great cause. Tickets will be available, or donations rather, will be accepted on Eventbrite. And we'll have that posted on social media as well.
It's really going to be so fun.
Do you all have a lemonade routine?
I don't know. I don't really know.
I had a question about the charity that you all are supporting. Is there a particular charity that you guys are supporting?
Yeah, so the first venture, the lemonade stand, we took the proceeds and we donated them to the Detroit Phoenix Center.
Okay.
And that organization assists teens with social services and those type of needs. So we went and purchased hygiene supplies and donated it to the Detroit Phoenix Center. We're not quite sure if we'll continue to donate our funds to the Detroit Phoenix Center or if we'll explore a different avenue this time around, but whatever it is, it's obviously going to go to a good cause.
Absolutely.
That sounds exciting.
Is there do you guys have a website?
We don't have a website yet. Joya, what can they do? Where can they follow you?
They can follow me on JoyaP.go on Instagram.
Okay, and wait, say it again.
Yeah, say
On
that again.
On Instagram, and you can follow me on JoyaP.go.
JoyaP.gov?
Yeah.
.go. I'm sorry. Okay. I was going to say, okay, cool. Joya P. And how do you spell Joya?
JOYA.
Joya. JoyaP.go. I like that. Joya P. I got to say it again because I write very slow. JoyaP.go. Okay, so callers, if you're listening, give us a call at 313-837-1340. And you just heard Miss Joya give you her Instagram follow at Joya, that's JOYA, P.go. If you want more information about their yummy, yummy lemonade.
It's very tasty.
Now, how soon can we get to taste this lemonade?
Say we can make a special trip back, or you can come to the event.
Okay. Come to the event. Yes. Okay.
Come to the event and at Southfield at 2:00. It's gonna be food. Is it food?
It's gonna be a lot of food and a lot of drinks. A lot of candy and food and burgers and hot dogs and everything.
Oh, that sounds good. And the money goes to a good cause.
Yes, it does. Can you say yum?
And I just want to say I am really proud of you ladies.
Very proud.
It's like you all were very tenacious with planning and going forward, because it takes a brave individual to be able to want to go and knock on somebody's door. Not everybody is able to do that.
Yeah.
And to work together collaboratively as a group. As a matter of fact, give yourselves a round of applause. Yes, we have a caller.
Hey, caller. Welcome to Mommy Talk.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, this is Miss Dorothy. I was just calling because I am so proud of them two young girls. I was crying, and I just wanted to tell them to keep up the good job and continue to do what they do, because it's awesome that at 6 years old that you think about someone else.
Yes.
Most people this day don't think about other people, but it's good that they're thinking about helping other people. So keep up the good job.
Say thank you, Miss Dorothy.
Thank you, Miss Dorothy. Thank you, Miss Dorothy.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Miss Dorothy.
you.
Yes, we're so proud of them. It's a beautiful thing.
It is, and it fills my heart.
Yes.
So,
And they're so gorgeous.
They are.
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah.
Uh,
Okay. All right.
All right.
Bye.
Thank
All right.
you.
Thanks for calling.
Okay.
And one of our listeners just texted in and said, "Great job, kiddos." Not everybody calls in, but they said great jobs,
Yes.
and you guys sound like really cute children.
Thank
Yes.
you who did that, because I'm really thankful to be proud of us.
Nice.
That's nice. So I have a question for the parents. If you can come up to the mic. Come on, come on, come on. So, as you all saw your children going through this process, what advice can you give somebody, some parent out there who is thinking about having their children participate in some type of project but may be hesitant?
My advice is to pay attention to your child. A lot of times they tell you they are. We don't always listen, but if you pay attention, they'll show you. So I've seen children who are interested in making jewelry, put them in a craft show. It doesn't matter if you turn a profit or not. They're getting the exposure, they're getting the experience. If your child is always singing along, put them in the choir or expose them to music. And I think that we can't get so focused on this was a success or that wasn't a success. It's about the experience, and it's about building their confidence. And it also is a great learning experience for the parent because it helps to sharpen your tool belt. What can we do better next time to help market them or prepare them for their next venture? So it's a learning experience for the family.
Yeah.
Well said, like a champion.
Yes.
Shauna Gordon in the house.
Hey.
Hey, and I like to add, the biggest thing is, my thing is chances make champions.
Yes.
So you got to take a chance. Whatever it is, you want to walk to the store, whatever you want to do, you got to take chances. So you got to encourage kids to do that. I did that. Shauna did that as well. My parents encouraged me to do that. So you just want your kids to be great at whatever it is, whatever they want to do. So the biggest thing is encouraging them.
Well said. Champion Chris is in the house.
And speaking of support, I was thinking about, when kids get to telling like the little jokes, and we look like, okay, yeah, but sometimes that's how comedians are started. So, supporting your kids in whatever little silly thing you think that they're doing is very good and beneficial.
It is. So, follow up. So, after the children did the project, how did you all communicate with them?
So actually, I don't know if my aunt
We can't hear you.
to this. I don't know if my aunt wants to help me speak to this, but after the lemonade stand wrapped, to me that was the most fulfilling part of this because when the girls sat down to count money, it was a lesson in itself. Sometimes you take for granted the skills that you have to build in children, counting money, separating money by denomination, working with one another to allocate what's going to go to charity, what they'll be able to keep for themselves. That whole process in itself was eye-opening for me, and I definitely know the girls gained something from it. Here comes my auntie.
One other thing that I think they gained from it was just working together, being able to double check one another, making sure you understand what's going on with the funds that you're earning and staying in touch with that and just uplifting each other and at the same time having a plan, discussing your plan, talking about your plan. So I think, like they said, it takes a village, and I'm grandma and I'm auntie, and I'm going to always stick by these girls.
Yeah.
And Ms. Lisa, you're always talking about that village, and we have a success story here from the Gordon Stampley family who shared how raising self-sufficient children, turns into positivity because the sky is the limit for these children. And we see the enthusiasm with the children, and we see how it connects them and brings them together, and also with the adults as well. It actually allows you all to get to know your kids even more, find out their strengths and their weaknesses. So what else would you like to share with our listeners?
I just think that I can't reinforce enough. It's just listening to your children, paying attention to your children, helping to build those skill sets that are already inherently in them.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times I say, "Oh my gosh, you were interested in gymnastics. You're gonna stick to gymnastics until gymnastics is done because gymnastics is expensive." But just allowing children to stick with to enjoy or try out whatever it is that they want to try out until they find what their passion is, and it might not even be a passion. Whatever their curiosity is at the time.
Really? Actually, after that, my mom think I can do act and cheer and dance when I was at camp when we was doing gymnastics.
That's great. And we have a champion caller who called in. Hello, champion parent. How are you?
Good. How are you all?
Good. Thanks for calling in.
Oh, no problem at all. I just wanted to say hi, Joya, and hi, London.
Hi.
You ladies are doing an awesome job, and I'm super proud of you. And you exemplify what you want to see in this world. You are what you want to see in this world, and you guys are doing a great job of giving back, earning your own money, and you just have great mothers as well to lead the way.
Thank you so much. And TT Shine came and supported the girls by buying lemonade. Hey.
Thank you. Carla, are you a champion at parenting?
I try to be.
That's great. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you so much.
You know, a lot of times there's one word that prevents individuals from trying different projects, and that word is fear. What advice do you have for parents out there to overcome fear? You know what? I want to hear from champion parent Chris.
The thing is, you can't really be scared. I mean, you're an adult. You gotta, show these kids that you're not scared. They look up to you. So that's the biggest thing. And fear is just the emotion that helps motivate you, really. So that's really it. You got to use it as a factor of motivation, and not something to hinder you and hold you back.
So you heard it straight out of the champion parent's mouth. Don't let fear hold you back.
That's right.
So what's the next project? What can we look forward to?
Hold you back.
So again, we have the charitable harvest dance on October 26th at Southfield A&T. Tickets are available on Eventbrite. There will be information posted on social media. Joya is on Instagram at joyap.go. But again, if you're on Eventbrite, check out the charitable harvest dance on October 26th at 2 p.m.
All right. Well, callers, thank you so much for tuning in. Champion parents, thank you so much for tuning in. And support system village up in here, thank you for supporting. And Joya in London.
Thank
Joya
you.
in London, we are so proud of you. Just a word of encouragement. Continue doing what you're doing. I love your attitudes. I love your hearts and your spirit. So I hope and pray that you all keep this going. But I'm sure you will, because you have a beautiful support system. Do you have one last word you want to tell the listeners?
We want to say goodbye and see you next time.
Yes.
Bye.
All right. Okay. See you next time. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for listening to Mommy Talk, the champions of parenting. And remember, you too can be a champion of parenting. Continue to support and love your children. For additional information, you can contact us at info@mommytalk.com or visit our website at www.mommytalk.com. We can also be found via social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Mommy Talk Network. Please listen to us every Monday at 7:30 p.m. on WCHB's Detroit's Gospel Station.
Come talk to us.